The first suspect in our case is Professor Plum. So, Professor Plum, where were you during Miss Scarlet's murder?
I was in the lab preparing for the next clue mystery lab.
What were you doing to prepare for this lab?
Well, I was using lead-2 nitrate solutions with molarity 0.20 and 0.30.
Okay. Well, what can you tell us about your former student, Miss Scarlet?
Oh, don't even get me started on her. She was always late to class, so rude, breaking things, never cleaning up things, and she was a teacher's worst nightmare as a student.
Interesting.
Need something?
Our next suspect is Mrs. Peacock.
Go.
So, Mrs. Peacock, what were you doing on the night of Miss Scarlet's murder?
I was in the stable with my horse, and I was administering a dose of potassium iodide to it. My poor horse has a severe case of bronchitis.
Okay, and your veterinarian told us the solution had a molarity greater than 0.20 molar, correct?
Yes, my horse is very, very sick.
What was your relationship with Miss Scarlet?
We were lab partners in chemistry class, but lately she has been terrible in class. She was always late and unprepared for labs. She even got sick just before the labs were due. It's so annoying.
I believe so.
Our next suspect is Mr. Green. So, Mr. Green, what were you doing on the night of Miss Scarlet's murder?
Well, see, I'm a photographer, so I was in the darkroom analyzing photos I took that day.
Interesting, because we so happened to find hidden pictures of you and Miss Scarlet in her bedroom.
I would rather not talk about that right now.
Okay, but we also found an unknown substance in the darkroom. Care to tell us what it is?
Sure, they are solutions of lead-2 nitrate between 0.05 and 0.15 molarity.
Interesting.
Our next suspect is Colonel Mustard. Where were you the night of Miss Scarlet's murder?
I was in the conservatory.
Doing what?
Oh, just making explosives with lead-2 nitrate solutions, which have a molarity in excess in 0.30 molar. Just what I do in my leisure time.
Okay. Anyways, what is your relationship with Miss Scarlet?
Oh, I hate her. She makes me so mad. You know, when I was the assistant principal at the high school, I had to shut down campus several times because that little rascal likes to take over the school. At least now the school can be at peace from her meddling.
Well, Miss Scarlet was not a very liked person.
Our next suspect is Mrs. White. So, Mrs. White, where were you the night that Miss Scarlet was murdered?
Well, see, I was rooming in the lounge during that time with Miss Scarlet's ex-boyfriend.
Okay, well then. Anyways, we found an unknown substance in the bathroom with your name on it. Would you care to tell us what it is?
Oh, that's just a solution of potassium iodide with a range of 0.05 to 0.15 molarity. It's for my asthma.
Okay, thank you. So, to find our murder weapon, which was the unknown substance, we had to react it with lead-2 nitrate and potassium iodide. When reacted with lead-2 nitrate, there was a reaction, but with potassium iodide, there was no reaction. So, we figured out that we had the same substance as potassium iodide since there was no reaction. So our murder weapon was potassium iodide, which eliminates Colonel Mustard, Professor Plum, and Mr. Green. Go.
So, After we found our murder weapon, we need to find the mass of the precipitant. So we measured the filter paper's mass, which is 0.87 grams. We calculated that it was 1.33 grams. So we know that the mass is 0.46 grams of the precipitant, lead 2 iodide. Now we need to convert to moles, so that way we can find a molarity along with the liters of potassium iodide. So we did 0.46, we found the molar mass, which is equal to a mole, and then we used the mole ratio of our equation, and then we got 0.020 moles of potassium iodide. We also needed to convert to liters since molarity is moles per liter, so we converted 3.0 milliliters to liters, which is 0.003 liters of potassium iodide. When we divide those, we get our molarity, 0.67 molar. This eliminates Mrs. White because she claims she had 0.05 to 0.15 molar, which means our murderer is Mrs. Peacock.
After her!